playing with my favorite toys.
Welcome everyone. Today we are gonna learn all about animals with this fun game. Let's see. Here are some suggestions how we could play this game. Where is Mama? How are the baby animals called? What do the animals eat? Sort them alphabetically. Guess the animal on my card. Where does the animal live? And how many legs does it have? We already sorted the cards by color. So which color does Zuma have? That's right, orange. What color do I have? Blue. Marshall has red and Rocky has green. Green means go. So let's get started. Rocky is gonna tell us all about the first animal. Which animal is it? Do you see it on his card? It is a penguin. How fun. How many legs do we see? 1, 2. That's right. And do you know what penguins love to eat? Yummy, yummy fish. Where do penguins live? They live where it's super duper cold in Antarctica. And do you know what species they are? They are birds. They are birds who don't fly but swim. Isn't that crazy? The word penguin starts with a P. What do we call a baby penguin? Chick. Marshall, who do you have? I see a red card with a kangaroo on it. Yay, how fun. How many legs does the kangaroo have? It has 2 legs. That's right. What do kangaroos love to eat? Lots of grass. How yummy. Where do kangaroos live? They live in Australia. How fun. The word kangaroo starts with a K. And what are baby kangaroos called? Joey. Jace, who do you have for us? This looks like a jellyfish. How many legs do jellyfish have? That wildly differs. There are many different jellyfish and they have different legs. And actually, those are called tentacles, not legs. What do they eat? They eat plankton. Yummy. Where do they live? They live in hot or cold water. And jellyfish starts with the letter J. So we have the penguin and the kangaroo who we can find in the zoo. And then we have some ocean animals. So we'll put the jellyfish right here. Speaking of ocean, Zuma, who do you have for us? I see a beautiful dolphin. Do dolphins have legs? No. Where do dolphins live? They live in the ocean, in the water, right? They love to swim. What do they eat? Fish. Yum, 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 yum. Dolphin starts with the letter D. What kind of species are they? They are aquatic mammals. That means mammals that live in the water. And what are baby dolphins called? Who knows it? They are called calves, just like cow babies. Let's move our dolphin over here to the jellyfish into the water. Rocky's gonna talk to us about a horse. How nice. How many legs does the horse have? 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. That's right. What do horses like to eat? Hey, yummy. Where do they live? They mostly live on a farm, right? They are what kind of species? They are mammals, domesticated mammals. Horse starts with an H. And what are baby horses called? Foal. Let's put these right next here. Here are our farm animals. So we have zoo, water, and farm animal. Marshall is going to talk to us about the camel. The camel has 2 humps and 4 legs. And what does the camel like to eat? Grass. Where does the camel live? In the desert? That's right. And what are baby camels called? Calf. Camel starts with a C, and we'll put it next to the zoo animals. What do we see here, Chase? We see a rabbit. How many legs does the rabbit have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. What does the rabbit like to eat? Grass and hay. Where does the rabbit live? It could live on a farm like our horse. What species is the rabbit? It's a small mammal. Rabbit starts with an R. And what is a baby rabbit called? Kitten. Isn't that funny? Zuma is talking about kittens as well, the baby cats over here. So a cat has 4 legs. What do they like to eat? Cat food, which is basically meat, right? Where do they live? They live on the farm with the horse and our little rabbit, or in your house. What species are they? They are small mammals. Cat starts with the letter C. Rocky, you have a bird on your card. What kind of bird is that? He can talk, right? It's a parrot. How many legs does a parrot has? He has 2 legs and 2 wings. How fun. What do parrots eat? They eat bird food, so a mix of seeds and fruits. Where do parrots live? They live in a warm area, for example, the rainforest. Parrot starts with the letter P, and baby parrots are called chicks. So now we're gonna start a new pile for our birds. We have zoo animals, water animals, farm animals, and birds. On our next card is a monkey. How many legs does a monkey have? A monkey has 2 legs and 2 arms. What does a monkey love to eat? Fruits, veggies, seeds, most of all bananas, right? Where do monkeys live? They live in the rainforest. What species are monkeys? They are mammals too. Monkey starts with the letter M. And what are baby monkeys called? They are called infants, just like human babies. We will put them with our zoo animals. Next up, Chase with the duck. How many legs does the duck have? 2 legs and 2 wings. What does that duck like to eat? Insects and grass. Where does the duck live? Close to the water, right? In lakes, rivers, ponds. What species are ducks? They are birds. And what do you call a baby duck? A duckling. And the word duck starts with a D. So where should we put them? To our water animals or our birds? Who is next? Zuma with the badger. How many legs does a badger have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. What does a badger like to eat? Mice and squirrels and snails, like anything it can find in the forest. That answers the questions where it lives. In the forest. We need a new pile over here. Forest animals. What letter does badger start with? With a B. Okay, so now we have our forest animals, we have our water animals, we have birds, we have farm animals, zoo animals, and pets that live in our house with us. Rocky has a baby kangaroo. Where's the mama? Right with our zoo animals. And here we have a chicken that lives on a farm. How many legs does a chicken have? 2 legs and 2 wings. What do they like to eat? Worms. Oh. Chicken starts with a C, and baby chicken are called chicks. That's right. Chicken are birds. Chase here has a deer with 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. A deer lives in the forest. What does a deer like to eat? Mostly grass. Deer starts with the letter D, and what are baby deer called? Fawn. Deers are mammals as well. In orange, we have a little sheep over here. Where does our sheep live? On the farm. What does it like to eat? Yummy, yummy grass. How many legs does it have? 4. What species is a sheep? A mammal. Sheep starts with the letter S, and a baby sheep is called a lamb. Next up in green, a bug. Bugs can have many legs. What do bugs eat? Mostly plants and fruits. They live in the forest. Bug starts with the letter B. What species are bugs? Insects. Marshall has a cute little hedgehog for us. They have 4 legs. What do they like to eat? All kinds of insects and bugs and worms. Where do they live? In the forest. Hedgehog starts with the letter H. And what are baby hedgehog called? Hoglet. Isn't that cute? Chase is going to talk about the starfish. How many legs does a starfish have? Actually, they have 5 arms. What do they like to eat? Worms and snails. Where do they live? They live in the ocean. Starfish starts with the letter S. On Sumer's last card, we see a goose. How many legs does a goose have? 2 legs and 2 wings. What do they like to eat? They're very similar to ducks, so they love to eat grass and seeds and insects. What species are they? They are birds. They love the water, so you can find them near ponds and lakes and rivers. A baby goose is called gosling, and goose starts with the letter G. What do we see on Rocky's card? That's an anteater. So what does an anteater like to eat? Ants and also termites. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. Where do they live? They live in tropical forests. And a baby anteater is called a pup. Anteater starts with the letter A. Marshall has a giraffe for us. How many legs do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a super long neck so they can reach the leaves way up in the trees. Where do they live? They live in Africa. A baby giraffe is called a calf, and giraffe starts with a G. We'll put the giraffe with our zoo animals. In blue, we see a little cow baby. Cows have how many legs? 4, that's right. What do they eat? They love grass. Where do they live? On our farm. Cow starts with the letter C, and here we have a cow baby, which is called calf. And our friend Rocky has some mama animals, the mama sheep, and next to it, the mama cow. Marshall has a goat for us. A goat has 4 legs. They love to eat hay. They live on the farm. Goat starts with a G, and the baby goat is called Kid. Chase has a zebra. Zebras have 4 legs. They love to eat grass. They live in Africa. Zebra starts with a Z, and a baby zebra is called a foal, just like with a horse. Next up, the dog has 4 legs. Where does he live? Mostly with us in the house, right? What does he like to eat? Dog food, so mostly meat. Dog starts with the letter D, and a baby dog is called Puppy. Chase has a boar for us. They have 4 legs, live in the forest. They eat plants and insects. Their babies are called piglets or boarlets. Wild boar starts with W. Snake starts with the letter S. Snakes don't have any legs. What do they like to eat? They like to eat meat. So mice, for example. Where do they live? Some of them live in the forest, but we'll put them here with our zoo animals. And baby snakes are called snakelets. Isn't that cute? In blue, we see a seal. Seal starts with the letter S. A baby seal is called pup. What species are they? They are marine mammals. And they love to eat fish. Where do they live? In the ocean. With Marshall, we see an owl. They sleep during the day and hunt during the night. What do they like to eat? Mostly mice. Owl starts with the letter O. Where do they live? In the forest. And a baby owl is called owlet. Elephants have 4 legs. What do they like to eat? All kinds of plants and seeds and bananas, for example. Where do they live? In Asia and Africa. Elephant starts with the letter E, and a baby elephant is called a calf. The lion has 4 legs. What does he like to eat? Meat. So all the animals it can find, like birds and mice. Where does he live? He lives in India and Africa. It starts with the letter L for lion, and a baby lion is called a cub. Here we see a pig with 4 legs. Pigs love to eat crops. They live on a farm. Pig starts with the letter P, and baby pigs are called piglets. Turtles have 4 legs. They love to eat meat and plants. Mostly they live in the water, but female turtles come to shore to lay their eggs, and the babies are called hatchlings. Turtle starts with the letter T. Let's find Mommy Pig for our little piglet. Mommy Pig was somewhere on the farm, right? Oh, and here we have a chick on the farm. Next up, a mouse. Mice live on farms, or some people have them as their pets. They have 4 legs. What do they like to eat? Some cheese, maybe? They also like to eat seeds and all kinds of plants. Mouse starts with the letter M, and baby mice are called pups. Chase, what do we see on your card? A ladybug? How many legs does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. Wow, that's impressive. A ladybug likes to eat insects and lives mostly in the forest. Ladybug starts with the letter L. Here we see a caterpillar with Marshall. It has 6 legs, and what does it like to eat? Leaves and all kinds of stuff we know. And they get big and fat, and then they build their little house, and after 2 weeks they come out as a beautiful butterfly. Marshall has the mama cat. We already talked about her kittens, and they live with us in the house. Oh, this is a fun one. The squirrel has 2 legs and 2 arms. They love to eat nuts, live in the forest. Squirrel starts with the letter S, and their babies are also called kittens. Marshall, let's talk about tigers. How many legs do we see? 4. What do tigers like to eat? Meat. So they try to hunt all kinds of animals. Where do they live? They live in the rainforest, for example, in the jungle. Tiger starts with the letter T, and their babies are called cubs. Geez, how many legs does a frog have? 1, 2, 3, 4? That's right. What do they love to eat? Flies and all kinds of insects. They live near the water, in ponds, for example. Frog starts with the letter F. What are their babies called? Tadpole. Geez, next up is the baby mama for our elephant. Let's put her into the zoo stack so she can be with her little baby. Chase also has a rhino for us. They have 4 legs. What do they like to eat? They love grass and the bark of trees. Where do they live? They live in all kinds of different areas: deserts, grasslands, tropical forests. Rhinoceros starts with the letter R, and their babies are called calves. Bats are super cool animals. They have 2 legs and 2 wings. What do they like to eat? All kinds of insects. Where do we find them? In caves and trees, so mostly put them to the forest animals. Bat starts with the letter B, and their babies are called pups. Something interesting about it is that they hunt at night, but actually their vision is super bad, so they use something called sonar. So mostly they use their hearing to see in the night. We already talked about the caterpillar. Here's the butterfly. Let's put him into the forest stack. What do we have here? A polar bear. It has how many legs? 4. What does he like to eat? If he can catch them, seals. They live in Arctic regions, and their babies are called cubs. Polar bear starts with a P. And on Chase's last card, we see a stork, a beautiful bird. They have 2 wings and 2 legs. What do they like to eat? All kinds of stuff: frogs, fish, insects, worms, even small birds. They love to live near the water. Stork starts with the letter S. Here we see a shark. Doo, 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 doo. They don't have legs. They live in the ocean. What do they eat? Mostly fish. Shark starts with the letter S. The fox has 4 legs. It likes to eat rabbits and birds and frogs and worms. Where does it live? It lives in the forest. They live in a cave. They dig a hole where they live in, under the ground. Fox starts with the letter F, and a baby fox is called kitten. And Marcia's last card is a crocodile. A crocodile has 4 legs. They can swim and walk on land. Very interesting. What do they eat? Fish and frogs and insects and even small animals. They live close to rivers and lakes. Crocodile starts with a C, and a baby crocodile is called a hatchling because they hatch out of eggs, just like turtle babies. Wow, Chase, we learned so much today about the different animals. This was fascinating.
Wanted to learn more.